All right, so let's talk about something that's quietly shaping your world every single day. Data. No, seriously, stick with me. Because the way we use data, and more importantly, the kind of data we use, is making a difference you can actually feel, even if you don't realize it. Now, when it comes to training artificial intelligence, there's this method called RLHF, reinforcement learning from human feedback. Sounds like a mouthful, right? But here's the cool part. RLHF doesn't need mountains of data to work well. It's not about drowning in an ocean of information, hoping the AI magically figures everything out. In fact, a small, hand-picked set of examples, chosen wisely, can sometimes teach an AI just as much as a massive pile of random data ever could. Think of it like teaching someone to cook. You don't need to show them every single recipe on the planet. Instead, you pick a few solid dishes that cover the basics, and suddenly they can whip up just about anything. That's what RLHF does. It uses those key examples, what we call reward models, to show the AI what's good and what's not. And sometimes, just making those reward models a bit more sophisticated is way more effective than just throwing more data at the problem. But here's where it gets interesting, and honestly, a little tricky. The quality and diversity of the data matter a lot. If you're only getting feedback from a tiny group, like just your friends or people who think exactly like you, the AI starts to learn the world in a pretty narrow way. It can accidentally pick up, and even exaggerate, all kinds of biases, just because it doesn't know any better. So what do we do about it? We bring in more voices, different backgrounds, different perspectives. The more variety we have in our data, the fairer and more balanced the AI becomes. It's not just about having more data. It's about having the right data. That way, when the AI makes decisions, it's not just reflecting the views of a select few. It's working for everyone. So next time you hear someone talk about big data or see headlines about artificial intelligence, remember, it's not the size of the data that counts, it's the diversity and quality. Data isn't just numbers on a screen. It's the foundation of how AI learns, grows, and hopefully makes the world a little bit better for all of us. That's the power of data, and why we should care about not just how much, but which data we use. Pretty wild, right? Remember, a small amount of well-chosen data can often produce results comparable to a much larger data set. In many cases, increasing the complexity of the reward model beats just collecting more data. So focus on smarter signals, not just bigger piles. But don't forget, quality and diversity prevent bias. Bring in different voices, different experiences, different contexts. That makes the AI fairer and more useful for a wider audience. When we get it right, AI helps people in healthcare, education, public services, and makes everyday tech feel more personal and fair. All because someone cared about which examples the model learned from. So next time you hear big data, remember, size isn't everything. Diversity plus quality, that's what makes the difference. If you build or evaluate AI, ask who gave the feedback, whose voices are included, whose voices are missing. Those choices shape outcomes, for better or worse. Data isn't just numbers. It's the foundation for systems that touch real lives. So choose well, curate carefully, and keep widening the circle. That's how tiny, diverse datasets supercharge AI and help prevent bias. If you liked this explainer, subscribe for more quick AI breakdowns. Questions or examples to share? Drop them in the comments. Thanks for watching.